Have you ever found yourself staring out the window, daydreaming about a different life? One where your office is a sun-drenched cafe in Lisbon, a co-working space in a medieval Croatian town, or a balcony overlooking the vibrant streets of Kuala Lumpur? The dream of living abroad is powerful. But then, reality crashes the party. The moment you start Googling how to move to Spain, you're hit with a tidal wave of bureaucracy. Confusing government websites, endless document lists, and horror stories of visa applications taking 6, 8, even 12 months. It feels overwhelming, impossible. Many people give up right there, convinced that the dream is just too complicated, too expensive, and takes far too long. They believe the myth that you need to dedicate a full year just to the paperwork. Well, what if I told you that for 2025, that's simply not true? What if you could get your visa approved and your bags packed in as little as 2 to 6 weeks? Welcome to the new era of the digital nomad visa, specifically designed for remote workers like you. We've done the research to find the absolute fastest, most streamlined application processes on the planet. And we're not just talking about speed, we're talking about building a life that's both exciting and sustainable. We've focused on countries that are leading the way in eco-friendly living. Think cities with world-class public transportation, where you can ditch the car for a tram or a bike. Places that prioritize green spaces, sustainable tourism, and a high quality of life. This is about creating a low-stress, low-impact plan for your new global life. So, where can this new life take you? We'll dive deep into Spain's digital nomad visa, unlocking a life of tapas and siestas without the infamous Spanish bureaucracy. We'll explore Portugal's coastal havens and booming tech hubs, a favorite for a reason. Then we'll sail to Croatia to show you how to island hop while you work. We'll plug into Estonia, the world's most advanced digital society, where your visa application is as seamless as everything else. And we'll journey to Malaysia, a cultural melting pot with an unbelievably low cost of living. And that's just the beginning. In this video, we're giving you the complete playbook, not just a list of countries, but the exact step-by-step application guides for each one. We'll provide downloadable checklists, share insider tips from immigration experts on how to avoid common rejection pitfalls, and answer the most frequently asked questions we see online. Forget the months of waiting and uncertainty. Your 2025 adventure abroad is closer than you think. So, grab a notebook because we're about to build your low-stress, low-impact plan to live and work anywhere. Let's get started. So what makes a digital nomad visa truly great? We boiled it down to 2 essential criteria. It has to be fast and it has to be eco-friendly. First, let's talk speed. Fast isn't just a number, it's about peace of mind. We're looking for crystal-clear rules and fully online application processes. No more bureaucratic nightmares or getting lost in confusing government websites. Our gold standard is an approval time of under 60 days, so you can spend less time waiting and more time planning your adventure. Next, eco-friendly. This is about a high quality of life with a low carbon footprint. We prioritized places where you can live car-light, with vibrant, walkable city cores. Imagine your favorite cafe, a gym, and a co-working space all within a 20-minute stroll. We also looked for excellent public transit, from efficient metro and tram lines to extensive night train networks for exploring sustainably. So, which countries actually make the cut? For the fastest path to residency, our top picks cut the red tape. Estonia's e-residency is a digital dream, while Croatia and Malta offer simple nomad visas. For a global business hub, Dubai's efficiency is unmatched. Craving a car-free life? For the best walkability, head to Valencia, Porto, Zagreb, Tallinn, or Athens. These cities are built for people, with historic centers, cafes, and markets all just a stroll away. Need fast internet on a budget? We're busting myths. Romania, Malaysia, and Croatia deliver incredible affordability with some of the most reliable high-speed connectivity on the planet. You can have it all. And for families, our top spots are Spain and Portugal. They offer a perfect blend of safety, great schools, and fantastic public transit, making it easy to explore everything from city parks to sandy beaches. All right, let's kick things off on the sun-drenched Iberian Peninsula with Spain. If you're dreaming of blending productive workdays with siestas and tapas, Spain's international telework visa might just be your golden ticket. This isn't just about finding a place with good Wi-Fi. It's about immersing yourself in a culture that truly values a life well lived. Spain masterfully blends that famous sunshine with some seriously impressive infrastructure. The visa itself is designed for remote workers outside the EU. Now let's talk numbers. You'll need to prove a monthly income of at least 200% of Spain's minimum wage, which currently sits around 2,600 euros per month. This can be from a single employer or multiple clients, but it needs to be stable and consistent for at least 3 months prior to your application. Beyond income, you'll need a clean criminal background check from any country you've lived in for the past 5 years. And here's a pro tip: get these documents apostilled. That's a fancy word for internationally legalized, and it's a non-negotiable step that can take weeks. You'll also need proof of private health insurance that provides coverage across Spain, and of course, a valid contract or proof of freelance work that's been active for over a year. A common question we get is, how difficult is the bureaucracy? Let's be honest, it's Spain. Things can move at their own pace. The processing time varies wildly depending on the consulate you apply from. Some are quick, others are notoriously slow. Our advice? Start the document gathering process at least 6 months before you plan to travel. Patience is your best friend here. So, where should you set up your new home office? You're spoiled for choice. For a perfect balance of city life and beach vibes, consider Valencia. It's incredibly livable, with its futuristic city of arts and sciences, a stunning park built in a former riverbed, and a fantastic tram network. It's more affordable than the big two, with a thriving nomad community. Down south, Malaga, the gateway to Andalusia, is more than just a walkable coast. It's a city reborn, buzzing with art, history, and a burgeoning tech park. It's a fantastic base for exploring the region's famous white villages. And then, there's the Titan. Barcelona, yes, it's more expensive and crowded, but for good reason. The energy is electric, the Gaudi architecture will blow your mind, and the networking opportunities are endless, with co-working spaces on nearly every corner. From the sun-drenched coasts of Spain, let's head to its equally charming neighbor, a country that has become a true magnet for remote workers worldwide. Welcome to Portugal, a country defined by its warm hospitality, soulful fado music, and coastlines that will steal your heart. Its D8 digital nomad visa has been one of the most popular in the world, and it's easy to see why. The country is famously walkable, incredibly friendly, and connected by an efficient rail system. The income requirement for the D8 visa is 4 times the Portuguese minimum wage, which currently calculates to around 3,280 euros per month. But here's a crucial hurdle you need to plan for. You'll need a Portuguese NIF, which is a tax identification number, and often a Portuguese bank account. You can even finalize your visa application. This can be tricky to do from abroad. So many applicants use a lawyer or a specialized service to get it sorted. Now, let's bust a myth. The myth is that you can just show up in Lisbon or Porto and find a great affordable apartment. The reality? The housing market is fiercely competitive. For your visa, you need proof of accommodation for at least 12 months. This means you must secure a rental agreement before your consulate appointment. Don't underestimate this step. And speaking of appointments, they can be incredibly tight. You might have to check the booking portal daily for weeks to find a slot. Be persistent. So where to live? Lisbon is the undeniable epicenter of the nomad scene. The community is massive and welcoming. I'll never forget my first month there. I joined a meetup and instantly had a network of friends. We'd work from a scenic viewpoint, and end the day with a fresh. But this popularity comes with a price. Rents are high. For a slightly grittier, more soulful vibe, head north to Porto. Its metro to the airport is a dream. The port wine cellars are a delight, and wandering its riverside streets feels like stepping back in time. If you're seeking a quieter, more intellectual atmosphere, the university city of Coimbra is compact, stunningly beautiful, and significantly more affordable. From the historic charm of old Europe, let's jump to the stunning Adriatic coast. Next up, Croatia, a country that offers incredible value and some of the most breathtaking coastal scenery in Europe. Its digital nomad residence permit is known for its clear documentation and relatively straightforward process. A huge advantage here is that you can enter Croatia as a tourist and apply from within the country. The income requirement is reasonable, around €2,540 per month. You'll submit your application at a local police station, so having your documents translated into Croatian is a wise move. Now here's the most important thing to know about the Croatian permit. It's granted for a maximum of 1 year and is not back-to-back renewable. This means after your year is up, you must leave for 6 months before you can reapply. Think of it as the perfect immersive sabbatical year visa rather than a long-term residency path. An audience member recently asked, "Can I really work while island hopping?" Absolutely. The ferry network is fantastic. You could base yourself in Split and spend weekends or even weeks exploring islands like Var, Brac, and Vis. Just be sure to check the Wi-Fi situation on smaller islands, or better yet, bring a satellite internet device. For your home base, the capital, Zagreb, is a fantastic year-round option. It has a charming Central European feel, a vibrant cafe culture, and its tram system is excellent. Unlike the coast, it doesn't shut down in the winter, but the coast is where the magic happens. Split, built in and around a Roman emperor's palace, is simply spectacular. It truly shines in the shoulder seasons. That's spring and autumn, when the weather is perfect, the crowds are gone, and prices are lower. For a more off-the-beaten-path experience, the port city of Rijeka offers a compact, gritty, and authentic coastal base. Now, from the Adriatic, let's head north to a country that's living in the future. Welcome to Estonia, the world's first digital society, and the country that literally invented the digital nomad visa. If you're a tech enthusiast who hates paperwork, this is your paradise. Estonia's government is digital first, the internet is blazing fast, and the entire culture is built on efficiency. The application process is famously straightforward, mostly handled through a sleek online portal. However, this efficiency comes with high standards. The income requirement is one of the highest in Europe, currently at €4,500 per month, post-tax. They are very strict about this, so you need to keep your contracts and bank statements impeccably tidy, showing clear, consistent remote income. Let's bust a common myth, that Estonia is some dreary post-Soviet backwater. This could not be further from the truth. Estonia is a dynamic Nordic-Baltic nation, the birthplace of Skype and Wise, and a global leader in cybersecurity. It's a place where medieval history and futuristic tech coexist beautifully. Your main choice of city will likely be between Tallinn and Tartu. Tallinn, the capital, is a city of stunning contrasts. You can wander the cobblestone streets of its UNESCO-protected medieval Old Town in the morning, and then spend the afternoon networking with startup founders in the ultra-hip Teleskivi creative city. The winters are cold and dark, yes, but they are also magical, with some of the best Christmas markets in Europe. For a more relaxed and academic vibe, head to Tartu. It's the nation's intellectual heart, a charming university town that's greener, more affordable, and home to its own thriving IT and biotech scene. From the cool efficiency of the Baltics, let's fly to the tropical warmth of Southeast Asia. Next stop, Malaysia, a vibrant melting pot of cultures that offers an unbeatable combination of world-class food, stunning nature, and modern convenience, all at an incredibly affordable price point. The visa here is called the D Rantau Nomad Pass, and it's a game-changer because it allows for stays of up to 2 years. There's a key detail, though. This pass is specifically targeted at digital and IT professionals. You need to confirm that your occupation is on their eligible list, which includes roles like software developers, digital marketers, content creators, and cybersecurity experts. The income requirement is a very achievable $24,000 per year. When you apply, you'll need to upload your contracts and CV carefully to prove you work in one of these designated fields. An expert from the program told us, "Make sure your LinkedIn profile matches your application. We do check." The DE Rantau Pass is more than a visa, it's an ecosystem. Once approved, you gain access to a network of nomad-ready hubs with reliable internet, co-living spaces, and local discounts. For city life, Kuala Lumpur is a futuristic metropolis that works brilliantly if you live near the MRT or LRT corridors. You can zip around the city with ease, from the iconic Petronas Towers to trendy co-working spaces. For a more historical and culinary-focused experience, the island of Penang is a must. Its capital, Georgetown, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, famous for its colonial architecture, incredible street art, and arguably the best street food on the planet. And if you're dreaming of a beach paradise, the duty-free island of Langkawi offers a tranquil escape. Finally, let's head to a global hub known for its ambition and hyper-modernity. Our final destination is the United Arab Emirates, specifically Dubai, with its virtual working program. This is for the nomad who craves a fast-paced, ambitious environment and wants to plug into a truly global business hub. The Dubai visa has one of the fastest application flows in the world, with approvals often coming through in just a few weeks. The income requirement is a firm $3,500 per month, and they are very particular about documentation. Your proof of income should be a payslip or contract that explicitly states your monthly salary, and your health insurance must be UAE compliant. A huge benefit of this visa is that it grants you an Emirates ID, which allows you to open local bank accounts, sign a long-term lease, and truly integrate into resident life. Now let's bust the biggest myth about Dubai, that it's impossibly expensive. It be, but it doesn't have to be. The secret is that your income is completely tax-free. While you can easily spend a fortune on luxury, living in popular expat neighborhoods like Jumeirah Lake Towers or Business Bay can be more affordable than in many major Western cities. The key to unlocking affordability is to live near a metro station. This transforms the city, cutting down your reliance on expensive ride shares and connecting you to everything from the beach to the mall to the airport. I was once hesitant about Dubai, thinking it was all superficial glamour, but I found a city buzzing with an infectious get-it-done energy. I discovered an incredible community of entrepreneurs where I could work from a cafe with a view of the Burj Khalifa, hit the beach in the afternoon, and meet brilliant founders for dinner. It's a city that runs on ambition and world-class Wi-Fi, offering a unique, tax-free base for any serious digital professional. So, you've picked your paradise, your bags are mentally packed, and the dream of working from a sun-drenched cafe is almost a reality. But hold on. Between you and that dream lies a path paved with paperwork, and it's riddled with potential pitfalls that can turn your excitement into a bureaucratic nightmare. Getting this wrong can mean costly delays or even an outright rejection. But don't worry, we're here to guide you through the 5 most common traps and give you a bulletproof preparation timeline. Think of this as your essential pre-flight checklist. Let's make sure your journey is a smooth one. First up, the biggest dream crusher, income-proof mismatches. This is where most applications stumble. You might think you meet the financial requirements, but the consulate sees it differently. Why? It could be anything from currency conversion chaos on the day they review your file to a misunderstanding between gross and net income. Some countries, like Spain, require you to prove you earn a multiple of their minimum wage, or SMI. Others, like Portugal, have a set monthly income threshold. You can't just show a single pay stub. Consulates want to see stability. We spoke to an immigration consultant who told us, "The biggest mistake I see is inconsistent documentation. Applicants provide 1 month of high earnings, but the previous 2 are low. You need to build a fortress of financial proof." So create an income dossier, 6 months of bank statements, your last 2 years of tax returns, and if you're a freelancer, a year's worth of client contracts and invoices. If you're employed, get a letter from your HR department on official letterhead stating your salary, your role, and that you are permitted to work remotely from your chosen country. Be meticulous. Next, let's bust a huge myth. Travel insurance is not the same as the health insurance required for a visa. This is a critical distinction. A standard travel policy that covers lost luggage and flight cancellations will get your application immediately flagged. Consulates require comprehensive health coverage that is valid in their country for the entire duration of your stay. For the Schengen area, this typically means a minimum of 30,000 euros in coverage, including emergency medical care, hospitalization, and, crucially, repatriation of remains. We heard a story about an applicant whose visa was delayed by a month because their policy, while comprehensive, didn't explicitly use the word repatriation. They had to scramble to get a new policy and a letter from the insurer clarifying the terms. Don't let that be you. Look for providers that specifically offer plans for long-stay visas and digital nomads. They know exactly what consulates are looking for and can provide the necessary certificate in minutes. Pitfall number 3. Underestimating bureaucracy. Specifically, the time it takes to get background checks and apostilles. A question we get all the time is, what even is an apostille? Simply put, it's a form of international certification that validates your documents for use in foreign countries. You'll likely need one for your FBI or state-level criminal background check, and maybe even your birth certificate. Here's the catch. These processes are not quick. A federal background check can take weeks, and getting it apostilled by the Department of State can take months. Yes, months. Pro tip: the second you decide on a country, start this process. Don't wait. Check if you need a state or federal check, and find a certified channeler service to expedite the process if possible. And if your documents aren't in the local language, you'll need them translated by a government-certified sworn translator. Don't just use Google Translate. Now for the silent threat that can cost you thousands: tax surprises. Many nomads focus so much on getting the visa, they forget about the financial implications of living abroad. The magic number to remember is 183. Once you spend more than 183 days in a single country in a calendar year, you are often considered a tax resident. This means you could be liable for local income taxes on your global earnings, potentially leading to double taxation if you're not careful. But doesn't my visa protect me? Is a common question. The answer is almost always no. The visa gives you the right to reside. It doesn't typically alter tax law. This is non-negotiable. Before you move, consult with a tax advisor who specializes in expatriate and digital nomad tax law. They can help you understand tax treaties between your home country and your destination and structure your finances to remain compliant and avoid a shocking tax bill down the line. Finally, the lease labyrinth. Many consulates require proof of accommodation for your entire stay. But how can you sign a one-year lease for an apartment you've never seen, in a city you've just arrived in? It's a classic catch-22. The solution: use cancelable bookings as your strategic tool. Don't try to find your forever home from across the ocean. Instead, book a fully refundable or cancelable hotel or serviced apartment for your first month or two. This booking confirmation serves as your proof of accommodation for the visa application. It shows the consulate you have a secure, legitimate place to land. Once your visa is approved and you've arrived, you can then explore neighborhoods and find a long-term rental that truly fits your needs without the pressure. Feeling overwhelmed? Don't be. Let's turn this into an actionable plan. Here is your zero-waste, 6-week launch sequence. Week 1 is reconnaissance. Choose your primary city or region. Now go directly to the official consulate or embassy website for your specific jurisdiction. Do not rely on blogs or forums for requirements. They can be outdated. Verify every single eligibility rule. Then book your cancelable flights and that first month stay. Week 2 is for building your document dossier. Gather your remote work letters, compile those 6 months of income statements, and get your proof of insurance. Print everything. Weeks 3 and 4 are for the bureaucratic race. This is when you are actively managing your background checks, apostilles, and sworn translations. Do a dry run, fill out a practice application form, and check every document against the official list. Weeks 5 to 6 are the final approach. Your appointment is booked. Organize all your documents, originals and at least 2 sets of copies, into a clearly labeled folder. On appointment day, dress professionally, be polite, and have your story clear. You've done the work. Now it's time to present it with confidence. Ready to plan your own sustainable journey? Head over to economatravel.com for all the tools you need. We've got the full, detailed city comparison table, interactive eco-city maps to guide you, and a handy printable checklist to make packing a breeze. You'll also find inspiring personal stories from our community of fellow travelers. Remember, every small choice makes a big impact. So travel light, choose transit-rich neighborhoods, and embrace the adventure of conscious exploration. What eco-friendly destination are you dreaming of? Let us know in the comments below.